Hey guys, I hope you're having a good evening because I am at one of my favorite places in Ohio right now, mainland Ohio, because a lot of you know that Kelly's Island is one of my favorite places ever, and that's technically Ohio, but the place where I currently am, is one of my favorite places on mainland Ohio. So I come here a lot, not only to play Pokemon Go, because it's great for Pokemon Go, and I still play Pokemon Go, but it's a great place to just walk and think, and be with your thoughts, and see all the pretty lights of the city of Dayton. I come down here, I venture from my apartment some nights, and just walk around. That video that I did a couple weeks ago about loving each other, that was shot when I was walking around the actual city of Dayton. This is Riverscape. I've shot videos here before, right here on the river. The city is over there, all the pretty lights. But over here on this side, there's barely ever any there's barely ever anyone here. Nobody here to hear me trip over my own words when I'm talking to a camera. So it's a little more relaxing to do videos over here because the closest person is way over there, walking on the other side of the water, and they can't hear me, they can probably barely see me, and it's a lot dimmer lighting than what you're actually seeing in the camera right now. Like, there are some lights right here, but it's there's a lot less light going on. So the sun is setting over there, going down on yet another day. So I'm just out here walking around, thinking. I venture from my apartment to come all the way out here a few times a week, and it's a nice place to just walk around and just be with yourself and hang out. I've been working a lot lately. I actually had a situation where one of my managers came up to me yesterday, paper in hand, I'm assuming it was a schedule, and he asked me if I was working Saturday, and I said, yeah, I work 8 days in a row. And he said, when? I said, starting yesterday. So I'm scheduled 8 succinct concurrent days in a row. And he was like, oh, that's a mistake. I'm sorry about that. Because the way that they like to have it is to give everybody 2 or 3 days off per week. But when 2 of the days are at the beginning of one week and 2 of the days are at the end of the next week, you're gonna have a bit of an issue with scheduling somebody 8, 10 days in a row. So, I mean, what can you do? I have to go to work, gotta make that money, and I have to, get out and be an adult. But in the evening times, I can come out here and just, hang out. So, this is a really great part of Ohio. A nice mix, tripping over words again. A nice mixture of talking over loud vehicles, but also quietness, and then city. It's all encompassing right here. It's a great little feel, because if you need food is right over there. If you need to not see people, not seeing people is right over there. It's a nice mixture of all the things that you could want. I mean, there's always going to be road construction and detours and the like, because it's the city. But, I mean, you can never really get away from that. Progress, even though it never feels like the road construction is ever going away. Ohioans know what I'm talking about. So, I come out here, I hang out on the water, and I just think and write. Speaking of writing, I'm probably going to start bringing a notebook down here over the next couple weeks, start penciling out my ideas for NaNoWriMo, because I have had brilliant progress with the planning of this NaNoWriMo story that I'm thinking about writing. And it's so great. I'm so excited to put pen to paper, to put finger to keyboard, to write this story. And it's really exciting inside of my head. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but I'm really excited to be creative about this story. I really want to tell this story. So this might actually be a story that I eventually bring out into the world, perhaps one day. I know I said that a couple of years ago about one of the NaNoWriMo stories that I did, and that never happened because I didn't really touch it after December of that year. Should probably get back and edit some of that. But anyway, I'm gonna go back to my thinking. I'm gonna go back to my area away from the city for a bit, and you know, just walk around and try not to be terrified from people walking out of the shadows, and try not to terrify anybody else if I happen upon anybody. So I hope you guys are having a good evening, and you will see me on Monday with a video that I'm pretty sure that you will enjoy. Have a good weekend, guys.